I am not just a grandpa.
Let me in! Let me in!
Hello guys, welcome to another video. I think I need to explain is that intro bit. That intro bit is, well, I was asking for photos, which nobody delivered on. Literally only one person somewhat delivered. Regardless. I decided that I'm going to play Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and in this game you could create your own units. So I was going to ask for, stupid photos. I was going to make the person and then put them against each other and see what happens. So, the first person we got is going to be...
I am not just a grandpa. I am a swaggy grandpa. Get on my level.
I don't know why this was sent to me, but we'll make it work. So, I'm going to sound a little different. Because my dad's blasting music in the basement, and I don't want to get copyright striked for that, so had to lower down the stuff in my OBS. And now I have to have the microphone in my face so you guys can hear me at all. Either way, so the real question comes down to giving what weapon to give Swaggy Grandpa, because at the end of the day, didn't tell us what weapon he had. So I'm feeling Swaggy Grandpa, I think, would be the type of person that he'd use whatever he had on him, because we all know that he would we all know Swaggy Grandpa just casually carries a minigun on him. I could see nothing that could go wrong with this. And we all know Swaggy Grandpa is way too cool for just casual bullets. He just straight up shoots out. He shoots rockets. Flawless critter. So that's competitor number 1. So character number 2 is going to be
Let me in! Let me in! Let me in, please!
Let me in, girl. So we don't have too much. Now this is kind of opposite situation where Swaggy Grandpa, we didn't know how armed he was. But this girl, we know how armed she is. We know how psychotic she is. But we don't quite know what she looks like. So with this really weird one frame I got of her, we're gonna make this work. Now, the only thing we do know is she got an axe. Yeah, it seems about right. And then, that is another one that enters the battle. So I selected this one for retaliation purposes because they were willing to respond but not giving me any ideas. So yeah, we're we're gonna do olive oil. I have no clue how I'm going to do this. I mean, I have an idea of what weapon I'm gonna give him, but it's a matter of how I'm gonna make a fucking bottle of olive oil. This is supposed to be like the top of the bottle, and this is supposed to be the olive oil, and it's like a table. It's a stretch. It's a stretch for sure, but I don't know. Oh, and before you guys ask, the reason I didn't give Swagger Grandpa and no abilities is he's Swagger Grandpa. He don't need any abilities. So yeah. But that's not the one I want. But as you guys just got the general idea just from what I showed you right there, we're gonna give him olive oil to throw. I don't ask why. Because you're stupid if you ask why. It's kind of like self-explanatory. They're olive oil. Oh, that color is so much closer to olive oil. Well, there we go. But when they do throw the olive oil ain't coming out. I'm thinking we go something more along the lines of cannonball. Totally did not just spend all that time adjusting his character, still they're not completely useless. Even though they're still going to be completely useless. But either way, I'd say another one to the batch. This last one, which I did not... So essentially the first two were given from one person, the other one I stole from someone. And then this is the one that I just found on my desktop and decided I wanted to use. And it's just a very generic man doing an A pose. So we're just gonna use him and yeah, we're gonna see where we can go from that. We have literally nothing but what he is wearing. So it's kind of a repeat of Swagger Grandpa. Well, so he is nowhere near as cool as Swagger Grandpa. So yeah. Also, I forgot to put abilities on olive oil, so I'm gonna go back and do that after I make generic man, and then we'll get into the testing him phase. So yep, be right back. But as for his weapon of choice, I'm thinking that he's dealt with enough shit at work. Like, he's really done with shit at work. And I don't even think I'm gonna change the bullet. I literally think that's just perfect. Yep, that's our 4 contestants for today. And we are now gonna put them all fights and see what happens. Okay, so they really updated this game since the last time I played. But regardless, definitely gonna put down Swaggy Grandpa for round 1. And we're gonna base this all off the generated point system. And you guys may notice I have Reaper God in here. He is a character I made when I was playing by myself. And I just kind of threw it in. Maybe we'll play some a little bit later. So, either way. So, Swaggy Grandpa is only 770, where Generic Man is going to be 960. So, according to theory, Generic Man should win, but I find that very unlikely. You have to keep in mind they have the exact same HP. So when it comes down, it just comes down to who can deal the most damage and is the most accurate. So, according to the numbers, it was right. Swaggy Grandpa cannot take on Generic Man. That's why we were going to put Generic Man versus Let Me In Girl. According to theory, Generic Man should lose, but you have to keep in mind there is only a 40-point gap. So maybe it's a lot closer than we think. Sorry, 50-point gap. I'm great at math. Also, something that concerned me is this woman sounds a lot like a man. Just small concern of mine, but I mean, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so the point method is proving to be successful, which I did not expect because every other time I do anything point related, it is completely wrong. So we're gonna try this. Try Let Me In Girl versus Olive Oil. I forgot to give Olive Oil any abilities, so never know. We'll see how this works out. I also didn't check the point. Look, this is kind of, I'm having more fun this way. Oh! Red won. And Olive Oil is the cheapest of them all. Was able to beat Let Me In Girl. So, now that we did the winner versus new character, everyone's gotten a turn. We all got to see how they all work. Now the real question is, one of each of those 4 characters, could they beat Reaper God? Probably not. But yeah, and there's a little bit of a price gap, but we can see. We'll see. Yeah, that's about what I thought. But it's not impossible to beat this character, because I'm pretty sure I gave him average HP. Now this may lead to a victory. It's just a matter of who can get hits off on him. Exactly. So that just proves that Reaper God is not unkillable. It's just a matter of how you kill him. So the real question is now, what's the bare minimum to kill him? I'm thinking if we can get down 12 olive oils, maybe 6 Let Me In Girls. That's where then 8 generic men and 4 swaggy grandpas may be able to defeat them. We can see that. I may be wrong, and I was completely wrong. Now the real question is, where did it fail? The flaw is that he wiped these characters out before these characters could get into range. So we could probably get away with having 24 olive oils, which then would put us at that should, according to theory, be good. But as you see, as soon as they get in the firing range, those front forces are out. And that's our problem here, is if we can't do the damage to them in the time that they have that gap. So the real question is, how many does it take to close that gap? Is really what it comes down to being the real question. Still not enough. Now, we put down a lot of characters before, so it's just a matter of getting them to a point where they're not gonna be. By the way, I keep adding 12. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I keep going up by 12. But I'm thinking we're gonna have to change from olive oils and start adding more let me in girls, because I'm pretty sure that's where we're failing. So if we maybe add 6 more let me in girls, try that. I don't think that'll make a big difference, but we can try. Now look, by the time they're in firing range, there we go. So proves that it's not possible. But now I want to see how low we can go. If I can remove, we'll just remove this background. I don't know how many that is, but we'll try. According to theory, that shouldn't make a difference. Exactly. It didn't. So, olive oils were just too weak. So see how many olive oils I could get rid of before we stop winning. I'm thinking 60 is going to be the sweet spot. I'm thinking those 2 extra people is all it takes. No. Takes a little more than 2 people. Well, we do have one let me in girl left. Tank of blood. No. I forgot that's how his abilities work. Let's see. I'm not quite sure now. Just finding that sweet spot. And I think it's 62. I think we're at 62. Nope. Maybe we were at the sweet spot and we couldn't go any lower. If this doesn't do it, next round I will be adding 3 characters instead of 2. For no reason at all. Maybe we were at the sweet spot that whole time. Maybe we're at the sweet spot now. We will see. And so that's the sweet spot, my people. The funny number of 69 is the sweet spot to beat 1 Reaper God. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.